Alright, so what I wanted to show you guys when I came out here was this Adventure Medical Kit SOL-3. Okay, and it's basically a 3-in-1 survival kit. Okay, it's got medical supplies and it's got your basic survival and repair items in it. And Steve over at survivalgear.com sent this to me because he wanted me to check it out and basically do a review on it. And to be honest, I was a little skeptical at first. I've always kind of laughed at the pre-made survival kits. Always thought they were kind of a scam. But he talked me into it. He sent this to me, and after going through it and playing with it a little bit, to be honest, not bad. It's not bad at all. It's a great starter kit, or maybe if you have some family members that really aren't into preparing or carrying survival kits or building their own, this would be a great Christmas gift, or just a gift to them that they can throw in their backpack, throw in their car, and they're going to have their basic survival needs, if they get lost out in the woods, or perhaps get in a vehicle accident or something. But I want to go through this and show you guys what it came in. I left it in the stock form, and to be honest, I'm probably going to start carrying this, but I'm going to replace some of the items in it with some of my own stuff. So let's start going through it, and I'll show you guys what came with it. Alright, so the first thing you'll notice about this is the safety orange ripstop nylon pouch. Okay, so it's nice and bright orange, easy to see. Okay, there's a window, you can see some of the contents inside of there. And there's a two-way waterproof zipper. Alright, and you'll actually be able to open it all the way. But I just want to show you real quick that it's got two carrying handles, one on each side. Okay, so when you unzip it all the way, it actually folds out fairly flat. When you open it, there's a card inside that lifts everything item by item. Okay, but I'm actually going to use that to help guide me along. Now, one of the things I noticed that was kind of weird about this, if you notice, you can read the name there, but when you open it, everything's upside down. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and turn it over. And when you lay it out flat, okay, one side has all your medical supplies, and the other side has your survival tools and gear repair. Okay, and there's a small pouch here if you want to add anything inside of that, and that is removable with these little tabs right here. Okay, so the first side we're going to go through is the medical kit. Alright, so stay tuned, and we're going to open that up and go through it. Alright, so let's go and go through the medical supplies side of this pouch. Okay, and the first thing you'll pull out is a 4-inch pair of EMT shears. And there's ibuprofen. Let's see, this is Difen. Temporary relieves runny nose, itching of the throat. Okay, basically cold medicine. There's some medical tape, lots of band-aids. Some after cuts and scratches. Okay, that's just a first aid treatment. And let's see, got a pair of medical tweezers for ticks and stingers. Some iodine, okay, to put on some of those cuts and scratches. Got a couple, let's see, this is a surgical sponge. Got a couple of those. Just a non-adhesive adherent pad, not adhesive. Okay, and just a pretty large pouch of iodine solution. Got some nitrate gloves, a couple stickers, for your items that get blood on them, if you want to go ahead and mark it as biohazard. Got some moleskin in there, and they're pre-cut. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, they're kind of pre-cut for different size blisters. And just another surgical sponge, antibiotic ointment. Oh, looks like a small ace bandage here. And that's about it, just some more ointment. Okay, now the one thing that I would add to this, just to keep the weight down a little bit, I wouldn't add too much, but I always carry a blood stop. Okay, it's basically like your Quick Clot, just a different brand. But that'll fit in there nice and flat, so I'm going to add that as part of my first aid kit. But let's go ahead and flip this over and start going through some of the survival gear and repair equipment. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through the survival tools and gear repair side. All right, we're going to go ahead and open it. And the first thing you'll see is a couple pieces of paper. First one is a little note from Adventure Medical Kits. Okay, basically saying congratulations on your Adventure Medical Kit purchase. But it's also your registration card, and you want to go ahead and register it, and it'll give you updated advice, you know, through email. It'll automatically enter you into Adventure Medical Kit's gear giveaway. Okay, and it'll give you some first alerts on new products and all that. And the second piece of paper is just a instruction sheet on the flash rescue signal mirror. Okay, on how to aim it and how to use it. And then there's a pretty large pamphlet folded up, and this is just your basic survival instructions on building a shelter, collecting water, some basic first aid instructions. Okay, the next item you'll find in here is a couple sheets of tin foil, and it's pretty heavy duty. I'm going to keep that in there. Okay, you can always collect water, use it as a signaling device. You can make basically a little pot and boil water out of it. You can wrap food, cook it in coals. So that's always a good thing to have in there. And your next item is basically a very large survival tarp. Basically a space blanket, but it's orange on one side with all kinds of survival tips on it, and then the other side will be reflective to keep your body heat on you or reflect heat from your fire. That's sealed. I'm basically just going to keep it in there. You know, hopefully I'll never have to use it, but if I do, it'll be nice and tightly rolled up inside this package. So I'm not going to open that right now. A small roll of duct tape. Yeah, that's always a good thing to have. Why? Because it's duct tape. It fixes everything. And this little pouch, little Ziploc baggie, I thought it was really cool. It's got quite a few items in it, and it's really all your basic needs of a survival kit. Okay, you've got your signal mirror. Okay, and it does have the peephole in it, so you can sight it to whatever you're signaling. You've got a emergency whistle. Okay, this is the Slim Rescue Howler. And I bet it's pretty loud. Yep, pretty loud. And you've also got a small, lightweight LED headlamp. Okay, you just twist it on. It works. Okay, and it just runs off of like a watch battery. Alright, I don't know if there's a spare. I haven't seen a spare one in here, but I'm sure it would last quite a while. Next couple items you got in here, you've got a small button compass. Okay, and this one is liquid filled, so it stays pretty steady. And some wet fire tinders. Okay, there's 4 of them in there. And I've actually never used these, so I may break this open one day and try them out and make sure I know how to use them. Okay, the next thing you'll have is a fire striker. Okay, and it works, as you can see. Got some zip ties, some safety pins, and one of the most useless pieces that I found in here was 4 pieces of string. I can't say they're useless. I mean, it's lightweight and it would work, but I'm basically going to toss those and throw in about 20 feet of paracord, and that way, let's see, the paracord I have is 7 strand, so you know, that's basically going to give me 140, 160 feet of string compared to this 40 feet here. And that's about it. You know, there's just a couple zip ties and other safety pins left over in there. But I want to show you some of the things that I'm going to add. Okay, I showed you, or I told you that I'm going to add some paracord. Okay, there's the 20 feet of paracord. So I'm going to add that. I don't want to depend on just the wet fire tinders and the fire striker. So I'm going to go ahead and add a Bic lighter. I'm going to add a small fishing kit. Okay, there's line, hooks, sinkers, and a couple beads in there. Okay, that's just a nice small fishing kit that I want to add. And the last thing I'm going to add is a Frontier water filter straw. Okay, and I always think these are great things to carry in any survival kit. Okay, if you come across any kind of water, you can go ahead and drink through this and have nice, clean, filtered water. So that's the survival tools and gear repair side of the Adventure Medical Kit's SOL-3 3-in-1 survival kit. Again, you guys, I got this from Steve over at survivalgear.com, and you know, I'm actually going to start carrying this. It's a nice lightweight all-in-one piece. I can move it from bag to bag. You know, I always find myself you know, changing out my gear and then I misplace something or I forget to add something to one of my packs. So this kind of keeps everything together, and it's gonna continue to go with me in my different packs. So alright guys, that was the Adventure Medical Kit's SOL-3 3-in-1 survival kit that I just went through. One thing I forgot to mention earlier was the weight of it, and in stock form it weighs 1 pound, 4.6 ounces. But of course I added a few things to it, so that added to the weight. But you know, I mean, that's not bad. I mean, for having a pretty decent first aid kit and a lot of your basic survival items all in one pouch, I think it's a great thing to have. And for those of you that maybe don't like the pouch, okay, I did try this at home. This will fit inside of Maxpedition's FR1 pouch and also the individual first aid kit, or first aid pouch, excuse me. Okay, and you can literally just stuff the whole package inside of those two pouches if, you know, you have one of those attached to the outside of your rucksack or your salt pack and you want to carry this without the bright orange showing. So that will fit in those two pouches. I know that for a fact. I tried it at home, but I carry more of a civilian backpack now, so this will be in the front pouch of it.